You know, I just love seeing this car. Also, 3 spokes on the Lupo would be absolutely fantastic. But today is not a Lupo day. Today, it's a Wagon day. So as you guys saw in the last video, we went down to Cars and Coffee at Euro Tuning, and while I was there, I had them flash the ECU for the Wagon. So we now have the Giac tune on our ECU with the cam file, all that kind of good stuff. It's supposed to go through, improve throttle response, rework the timing, fueling, a bunch of different stuff, and we have the 268 cam file on it as well. So needless to say, the car should feel pretty good after this. Now, I had already noticed a pretty nice change in performance just doing the cams in the Wagon, but now having the tune go with it, she should be feeling pretty good for an NA VR6. So all we need to do, get the ECU plugged back in right up in there, put everything back together, plug in the battery, and see what she does. We are officially all back together. Guess we'll go ahead and start her up, and I don't know if we'll notice a change in idle or anything just right off the bat, but we'll see. Right off the bat, car sounds great per usual. I have no lights on the dash, which is always good, and obviously the car is running, so the ECU is working, which is always nice. Running nice and smooth per usual. The Giac tune reworks timing, fueling, idle, a bunch of different stuff. I don't know how long it'll take before it really takes full effect. I'm sure it's probably pretty instant, but a lot of time with cams and tunes, the more you drive it, the more you kind of notice it. So, she sounds great. So we'll see. I got a bunch of cars moving out of the way, take the Wagon out, go for a little spin, and see how she feels. Okay, we are done playing musical cars. Everything's ready to go. Wagon be sounding good. Now, right off the bat, I will say the Wagon's gonna feel extra spicy because one, the cams and the tune, but I spent 2 days driving around like a 75 horsepower Lupo. That, again, the car is peppy, but it's not fast. So regardless, the Wagon's gonna feel like a rocket ship now compared to what I was driving. And also my clutch pedal feels so heavy now because one of the Lupos, there's zero pressure you need to actually push the clutch pedal down. And this one got some pressure to it. Ooh. kind of feel we get here. For the horrible camera angle, but for a quick little rip, that felt pretty good. The initial like pedal down response felt way better. One thing I've always noticed between the Mark III 12 valve and the Mark IV 12 valve, because this one has that intake flap that like rotates, the Mark III 12 valve with the metal manifold has always felt better in responsiveness to me. Like between Miley and this car, that car just feels way more responsive, but now this one feels a lot more like that car. Just when you put the pedal down, it feels like it's going way sooner, and I like that. I've got an Altima in front of me and an Altima behind me. I'm in definite danger right now. Now, of course, I don't have like exact dyno numbers from the car on stock power to now with the cams and the tune, but regardless, the car from my butt dyno, car feels way better to drive now. It wasn't bad before, but it felt kind of sluggish on the low end, just with like pedal response and that kind of stuff. But the cams and the tune, the car feels way better. And again, going from the Lupo to now this car feels fantastic. Wagon's running good, the Wagon's sounding good. Spicy unit. So currently I'm stopped off over by OSW. They had the mystery meet here today. If you guys know from V2 Lab way back in the day, the mystery meet in downtown Orlando was absolute chaos. He did it this year at OSW. Since I was out driving the Wagon, I'm not too far from OSW, so I wanted to stop by and see some friends, but I got here like right at the end of it, and there's like a crazy line of traffic coming out. Everyone's trying to leave. There's like thousands of people here, so I couldn't actually go in. So I parked the car literally next to the track. I might just walk in because like there's so many cars. I'll show you the line trying to leave. But I have some friends who are still inside, so I'm gonna go hang out for a little bit. I was out driving the car, but you can see the line of traffic that goes all the way back, all the way back, all the way back, all the way back, all the way back to way back there. So I'm not gonna mess with that, or I don't know how long it's gonna take to actually like just like try to wait it out. But the car's safe. I'll park it over here, walk in, see some friends, meet some cool cars, and then we'll do some more drive and head home. See if we can't catch some cool cars rolling out of here. There's so many cars going out of here. The van. Love it. And to see a JDM stuff, we got a van, and I love it. Not gonna lie, it's kind of nice that I'm late. I get to see all the cars in one row. I haven't got to do anything. This is absolutely chaos. But look what I found. My boys on the Advents, the 3 spokes. I think it's clean. Love the 3 spokes. '33 GTR, my absolute favorite. Brother, we got a Mark III. Yeah. With some clear taillights on it too. Nice. Good old Orlando Speed World. I haven't been out here since the last time we came out with Aaron in the Corrado, actually, and he was running the car on the track. I've been here in a hot minute. You can see a bunch more cars over there. This place is actually like packed. They had drifting on the skid pad over there. I don't know if they had drag race, they might have. It was like car show, camping section, more car show. Absolutely packed. I wish I would have made it here earlier, but I had things to do today. But it's fine. I missed most of the heat, and it is what it is. I'm literally walking to BFE right now, all the way to the back corner to see Jeff, Chelsea. They all camped last night. They wanted me to camp, and I was like, nope, I'm not gonna do that. And then I showed up super late today, so it is what it is. Hey man, I'm almost there, at the back corner of everything, but the line of cars leaving is not slowing down at all. So if I would have waited, tried to bring the car in here, I'd still be outside. So I guess walking is the end of the world. Just got a TDI Sport Wagon. Run Jeff over.
Oh my god.
Great work. Had to stop for a quick photo session because this spot is fantastic. It's an old abandoned Sunoco with like a motel on the backside, but it looks so cool. Does like no justice, but the car feels great. This is like low second gear and just kind of like, see how fast, kind of like, the throttle response is fantastic. VR6 sounds my favorite, absolute favorite. This thing sounds phenomenal. I said, I'm sure camera does zero justice to actually how the car feels and is driving now, but hopefully from just the audio you can kind of hear a difference in it. I know I've been driving this car for like 2 years now. I know how the car feels, and the car feels drastically different, especially like low end. Just that power through the RPM feels so much better. Again, I wish I had a dyno graph of the car from completely factory, like no cams, no anything in the car, like no exhaust, no intake, nothing, till now. Because the car feels drastically different, and I'm a fan. So if you're wondering what the car has currently, it's resonator delete, Remus muffler, new speed intake, 268 cams for Tectonics tuning, and the Giac tune with the cam software. And that's it so far. I know the car's not making like any crazy numbers for power, but it feels great to drive, and I'm a fan. Up next, we have to do the Tectonics tuning 2-inch downpipes and their high flow cat, and maybe some lightweight pulleys, and that's pretty much it for the NA side of the VR6, unless you do like bigger cams, built head, oversized valves, that kind of stuff, which with this car I don't think I'm going to do because it's still the daily right now. Like I said, eventually I would love to supercharge the car, but all this current stuff we're doing is like pre-supercharger. It'll all help with that. But yeah, up next, downpipes, high flow cat, and that'll pretty much do it for like the performance aspect of the daily. Nothing crazy, just a peppy NA VR6. Thinking about it now, this is probably like a terrible like representation of how the car feels, because again, you're not in the car, you can't feel the difference. There's nothing like drastically different on video, I don't think, that the car is now, but just from how the car feels to me, it feels fantastic. There are some tunes that offer like two-step and no lift shift for the VR6. I don't really feel like I needed that, and I also got a great deal with the tune through Euro tuning, so I'm happy with what I got. The car feels great, but hopefully I did a decent enough job talking about how the car feels now to kind of get an idea of what it was before to what it is now. Not saying anything bad about the rest of the tunes, United Motorsports, Unitronic, Euro Customs, any of those ones. I'm sure they're all fantastic. This is just the one I went with, and I have no complaints. So with that, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.